You are listening to Real Talk with your host, Dr. Valencia Campbell. Now, if you would like to get involved with a local chapter that is committed to helping our youth excel in school, stay away from criminal activity, you can visit the Prince George's County Drug Policy Coalition Incorporated at our website, www.pgcdpc.com. The group would love for you to support them with their Speakers Bureau as well as the scholarship program. We've had the opportunity to have our speakers go in and talk about such topics as the importance of educational excellence in future opportunities, tips on writing your college essay, as well as careers in a variety of fields, and how advice from successful minority women in completing their career goals and obtaining their career goals. So that is an area that we're very excited about. We also have a scholarship program where we are actually get providing grants to young people who are interested in going off to pursue higher education, and we'll be talking a little more about that on some future programs. So again, the website is www.pgcdpc.com. I am back with my guest, Mr. Stephen Belk, who is the Center Director of the Potomac Job Corps, talking about impacting youth through Job Corps opportunities. Stephen, could you share with us a little bit about some of the students that you have had the opportunity to work with, just to give our listeners some flavor about the kinds of students that come to your program?
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Campbell, I want to definitely dispel a myth. When I say myth, our students come from all walks of life between the ages 16 or 24. We do have students that come to Job Corps. In one of my centers, there was a young lady with a 4-year college degree. And she's graduated from this HBCU college, and she entered Job Corps because she wanted to obtain additional skills. And going to college, I was a college graduate myself. We have an opportunity to get the philosophy, but with sometimes we don't get the skills and the other additional small things we need in order to ensure that we get the job. Once we get the job, we keep the job. And those are what we call the soft skills. I've had the opportunity to work with young men and women with college experience that come to Job Corps, and there's been some young men and women who did not have any college experience at all. Some who did not complete high school, some who completed high school. So they come from all walks of life. But the positive thing I want to make sure people understand is this. Job Corps at least 75% successful with 100% some others that failed with. And the program really does work. You can make it from Job Corps. I've seen young men and women come in there like my grandmother used to always say down in rural Southwest Georgia. They come in broke, busted, and sometimes look disgusted. But we put them out, and they really come out looking, we build them up. And it make you feel so good, Dr. Campbell, when you can build a young man and woman up and help them to understand they got now self-pride and self-esteem is a lot better. They're confident in their abilities to go out and work. And that's the rewarding thing. And that's something money you can't put a price on it. Just can't put a price on it when you see young men and women come out looking good, like the student I got sitting next beside me, Joshua, which you'll hear his story.
Okay. What has been the hardest thing that you found in terms of the students who come in to be a part of this program?
The hardest thing, and I'm still dealing with this today, students don't take full advantage of the opportunity. And it's just by choices. And I tell them, they're not bad kids. they just do make some poor choices. You can make the choice to complete it, or you can make the choice to not complete it. And when they fail to not complete the program, it's disheartening because I do know the program really does work. But when you do look at the other students who are taking advantage of it, again, it's just rewarding. And that's the reward you come to work for that drives you every day.
Now, for those who don't complete the program, have you found that it's a situation with family environment, or
Yep.
what seems to be the problem with that aspect of it?
And sometime, and a lot of times, it is sometimes that you don't have the family involvement. The student, I've seen a lot of students who don't complete at times, not because of just it's a disciplinary issue. It's simply because they don't get the support at home. They have to complete 90% of the time. And when I say 90% of within the program, they have to go back home and work to be the breadwinner for the family. They have to return sometime home to be a babysitter because of their family condition. And they really want to complete the program. It just sometimes those challenges force them to not complete. But we do have more to complete the program than less that are not completed.
Okay, now Joshua, as a student who has participated in Job Corps, tell us a little bit about how you decided to enroll in Job Corps.
Hello, Dr. Campbell. Well, I first started off, I completed high school, and then, I thought that the diploma itself would be able to open me up to the job world. And college really wasn't an option, so I decided to enroll in Job Corps because I wanted to do something. I wanted to work with my hands, do something hands-on, so I chose carpentry.
Okay, so what was the first thing you had to do? Did you have to fill out the some type of application, or how did that work?
There's an admissions counselor. I got in touch with them, and she called me back. They did background checks and stuff like that, and then they asked me what I wanted to do, and then they brought me. They gave me a few centers that offered carpentry, and I was put on a waiting list. And a few weeks later, I was enrolled.
That is fantastic. So, Mr. Bell, as far as the admissions process,
Yes.
How have you found that your workers who actually work in that field have to have certain types of skills to make sure that these students don't go away deterred? Because Joshua just mentioned he was interested in carpentry, because suppose he could have said he was interested in something else that you all didn't really have.
Yes, ma'am. And what they do, Dr. Campbell, the process, the different centers have different trades, career trades offers. And Joshua was interested in carpentry. So there's several centers in the the Philadelphia region that offer that trade. So there's a waiting list, and there are students at the center who are actually on the trade waiting list to wait. So Joshua was one of the fortunate to get in a little faster because he probably could have selected another center like mine and had to wait quite a bit because that is a very popular trade at my center, that carpenter trade.
And that is so, I'm so happy to hear that the students aren't turned away if they would say that they're interested in a field that particular center might not have. So my hat's off to you all for being able to channel them to the appropriate center that they would need to go to realize their dreams. So, Joshua, tell us, what did you like most about being in Job Corps?
And being in Job Corps, you get to see a lot of different people, and you get to meet people from faraway places. Like I know people from New York, from Pittsburgh, people as far down as Florida. So that was really good to be able to interact, broaden my social area of life.
But you haven't made it to Hawaii yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, but that is wonderful. What about the classroom experience? What were you studying in class?
In classroom, we did some math, measurements and stuff like that for carpentry. And then we were able to, build, and we built sheds, and we like bridges, walkways, stuff like that. We did a lot of like stuff for housing. The internals. We did some roofing. It was pretty good experience.
Okay, so that was peculiar to your carpentry program. So, could you tell us, Stephen, about some of the other classroom things that the
Yes,
students
ma'am.
may learn?
And actually, in addition to what Josh was referencing, Dr. Campbell, we teach what we call soft skills, the employability skills. Or those are some of the things we really try to pay and focus on, because we realize they're going to gain the knowledge and experience in the trades. But what we saw just through some study, we have to pay more focused attention on the soft skills, teaching them those 7, what we call the 7 codes of courtesy: the yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, please, thank you, and you're welcome. Because those are the words going to get you in the door and keep the job for you.
Okay, and I know that is crucial. So, Joshua, when will you actually complete your trade?
I should be done my trade sometime in August.
Of this year?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Well, congratulations on this upcoming graduation experience for you. What do you plan to do after that?
Well, right now I'm working with TCU. I was a transfer student from Harper's Ferry Job Corps. That's in West Virginia. I'm now here in D.C. And TCU, they teach you a lot of employability skills. You have to be dressed a certain way, shirt and tie, just as if you were in the office. You work on your interview skills, ethics, politics. And I plan on just probably trying to land a job with Amtrak, working, whether it be administrative or hands-on. I'm open to both.
That is wonderful. So, Stephen, how successful have you all been as far as getting students actually placed in employment opportunities?
Well, the goal is, at least we want to, the goal is pretty much a national 70%. But of course, we want to achieve a higher goal. And with the way, Dr. Campbell, the economy, there are some challenges. But we have been fortunate to place several of our students from the 13 trades onto jobs. Our goal when the students leave Dr. Campbell, the center, is to place them prior to their separation. And we have increased in that number.
That is fantastic. Now, Stephen, could you also tell our listeners how they can reach you?
Yes, ma'am. I can be reached at area code 202-373-3035. Again, area code 202-373-3035.
And what else can they do to support you?
We are always looking for volunteers to come and help us support us with our students, as well as employers, because we're training the future. And we're asking the employers to please contact us, asking volunteers to please contact us to help us with our mentoring program, because that is crucial.
Thank you. You have been listening to Real Talk with your host, Dr. Valencia Campbell. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Stephen Belk, the Center Director of the Potomac Job Corps Center, and Joshua Belk. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful experience hearing about the Job Corps program. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next Saturday at noon on Real Talk.
You've been listening to Real Talk with your host, Dr. Valencia Campbell. For more information about Real Talk, contact Dr. Valencia Campbell at 301-341-2247 or reach them online at valenciacampbell2003 at yahoo.com.